So it's a pleasure for us here on the Rangers Assessment to welcome a Belgian football expert to talk about the new Rangers manager, Philippe Clement. It's a pleasure to welcome on Sven Claes. Sven, welcome on. It's a pleasure to have you on. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much too.
It's been a busy couple of days for us kind of Scottish football media guys. We have a new Rangers manager. He's the 19th permanent manager, first Belgian manager as well. Philippe Clement, league winner. He's won the league in Belgium with two different sides. Went to Monaco. He's now the Rangers manager. Sven, what's been the reaction to Belgium to Clement getting the Rangers job? Has it been a big deal over in Belgium?
Yeah, really, it's a big deal. It was also on our front page stories last couple of days because Philippe Clement he wants to make a name for himself in European football. So as a head coach, so we don't have any reputation on that. It's already 30 years ago that Raymond Goethals, Belgian coach, won the Champions League for the first time. So in that period, we just won an Africa Cup 6 years ago, but that was it. So Philippe Clement really wants to change that and wants to make name for for our country, for Belgium, that we also have good coaches.
What about when he's been his career in management? He played a short time in Britain as well at Coventry City. Do you think that kind of time in English football has kind of led to this decision? Like, do you think he has a rough knowledge of British football, or is that a kind of difficult one to think about? Because it wasn't
of
a
course,
long
it's
spell.
another generation, another period of time, also as a player, and now he's a coach. So I don't think you can compare that. And I think he's eager to learn. Like you all know, he's a serial winner. Really wants to learn, train very good, very hard, and then get the best results. So he did that in the past. So I hope he succeeds also now in Rangers.
So he went obviously to Genk, and I kind of did a wee bit of research on his Genk side, and there's a few players in there that have obviously went on to have pretty good careers in the game. I'm looking at like Leandro Trossard currently at Arsenal. Malinowski has went to Italy and done really well. Myla obviously went to Italy. You've got Sander Berge obviously now still now in England as well. That was a really good young side, but the one thing that caught my eye of that is just that kind of bringing young players through and a kind of sense of the European kind of continental market. Taking a side like Genk to the league title in Belgium, how big an achievement was that?
Yeah, maybe we have to be first that he only was 6 months ago at Beveren. He played really well with really attractive football, what everyone wanted to see. And then Genk was a bit struggling because they had a lot of young, talented players, not only from Belgian players, like you said, Leandro Trossard, but also from Ukraine, like Malinowski and so. Yeah. So he was, according to me, that was really important for him because he knew he was capable of, winning a prize. He really wanted to do that, so that's why he made this big step. And Genk is really known, and he kept on winning. Every week he wants to win, even cup games, friendly games. He always wants to win. Doesn't matter when and where, he always wants to win. And in the end, they took on the title a bit surprisingly because of course Club Brugge is the big name since a few years ago. And then he made such a name for himself again as a former player of Club Brugge. His old love came back, and then he signed. Of course, it was a big blow, of course, for the Genk fans and for the management of Genk. But in the end, he did a good job because he already won 2 Belgian titles more. So, but of course, it's an excellent coach.
And what he did at Club Brugge as well, he took them into kind of winning 2 league titles and put them in a good position the season after before he chose to obviously go to France with Monaco. But his Club Brugge side as well, he kind of made them a mainstay in the Champions League, didn't he? They drastically improved their European fortunes under Clement.
Maybe I can also add that they doubted first about him, about his capabilities. That was first of all the reason why he went to Beveren. Because they didn't believe in him to become a head coach. So he first of all had to do some experience at other clubs. And then they came back for him. And then of course, he won the Belgian title. So he came, I don't know how you say it in English, with a big entrance.
Yeah.
So when you have your title in your pocket, so it's always good to come back. He did well also. But of course, in the end, it was a bit, I didn't say the chemistry was a bit gone in the end, but that's often when a coach got sacked. So, like I said, 2 titles. No one has done it before because former in the past Anderlecht was a big club in Belgium. So but yeah, they worked really well, and also he had a good staff, and he also took that staff to Monaco. So it was a good base also for his next step to Monaco.
I'll ask you in a couple of minutes just about the staff that he's brought in already, and you know, kind of staff you've spoken to and things like that. But he went to Monaco, and it's a difficult job, obviously. In Monaco, it's very tough to kind of get near PSG, but he did do a reasonably good job in Monaco. Was it a kind of difficult one because how did it kind of end for him at Monaco? Because there was a lot of talk that it didn't work out, but if you look at his statistics, it seemed to be kind of more than meets the eye.
Yeah, I've done some research, but I just saw he just won only one of his last 7 games. So, the turning point was really the game against Lens, the Lens game. So they wanted to be for the second place, but they lost 3-0, and that was really a huge blow for the team. And the confidence of the team got really lost in them. So also they lost the next game against Montpellier with 3-0. No, it was against Lens with 3-0, and then they lost even against Montpellier at home. So then it was over, and in the end, they didn't even qualify for Europe, so they became 6th place. So the chemistry between the group and the coaches was gone already. So and of course the management was really upset that they didn't qualify for Europe, of course. But in the end, in his first few months already, and when he signed in January. So he did a really good job to end on a nice way. But at Monaco, and I've also done some research. They don't have really a lot of fans, so that's a big difference now. So there will also be the impact of the audience. So that's really what sometimes he missed. But it's like we all know, Monaco is not a club with a lot of history, not a lot of fans. So that will be a huge difference now, of course, in Scotland.
A big question that the Rangers fans are wanting to know, and something I'm very interested in, is in the past couple of years, I don't think Rangers have had a real style of play where the fans in the sidelines can sit and go, we're excited by what we're watching here. What does Clement kind of have in his locker in terms of a style of play? Because I doing a wee bit of research, he seems to be a kind of 4-4-2 with a kind of double 6 as we call it. But looking at his kind of formations, he seems to have a bit more of a flexibility in terms of changing formations if things aren't going to plan. Is that fair?
Yeah, and it's even he really loves a 4-3-3, to be honest. Right. So he likes to play with 3 strikers up front. So with the wingers coming inside, and then also the wing backs running all the time. Mm-hmm. So and what you will always see, they play another difference, but there's also a lot of position changes on the field. He likes to have the ball, so a lot of dominant football, of course, high pressure. Maybe in some games a medium block, but you will never you're not going to see a low block. I can assure you, he will never play a low block. So I can assume the fans also don't want to like to see that. So he likes to play from a well-kept structure on the midfield. So everyone has to do his job, and there's a lot of dynamics in the team. Like I said, a lot of high pressure on the ball, and everyone, and also very important for him. And it's also a mental game. You have to ask the ball, so you don't have to be afraid. You have to ask the ball, and of course you can make mistakes. But then he says, but you ask the ball. So that's also really important for him. So, and that's something you will see probably already in his first games.
I'm looking at Rangers team and the players there. A couple that he might have a knowledge of already. Obviously, Nicolas Raskin, who you'll know pretty well as an emerging talent in Belgium. Serre Dess is one I want to get your thoughts on. I don't know if you know too much about him. He obviously spent a bit of time at Genk. He's been a big money signing for Rangers in the summer. Hasn't been an impressive starter, shall we say. Is there maybe a chance that Clement could get the best out of a player like Dessers? And how I
really believe in it.
How does Raskin kind of fit in his kind of system?
Yeah, I really believe in it. They speak the same language, same nationality. So, but in the end, every player is for him important. It's not only the Belgians or the players who are in the starting 11 I know it's a cliche maybe, but from him, player 1 to player 30 is the same important for him. Always gets the same how do you say it? Yeah, that he speaks with him and they can always talk because the mental game is really important for him. It's not only the starting 11, but also the players on the bench are really important for him. And that's also the case with his staff members, that they have to be on the same physical level every day. So also players from, I would say, 15 to 24, they should have the same physical level because one day, one moment, he will need them and then you have to pick them in the starting 11. That's really important for him. And like I said, Philippe Clement is also very on the mental game. So he really likes to know what's going on in their minds. You can talk to him about family. His dressing room is always open, they told me. So that's always very nice for a player. If they have some issues at home or things like that, they can always talk with Philippe Clement and he understands that. So that's also nice. So he works a lot on individual. So they talk a lot with him. And maybe one story that I've heard is that he already, when he was on the plane from Monaco, from the away games, he was already analyzing the game, so he could talk to the players the next day. So it was not only his gut feeling about the game, but he already saw the images of the game to make every player better for the next week, and that they can focus on their working points. So yeah, the man really loves his job. He loves hard work, and yeah, when you do good for him, I'm told players go through a wall. So yeah, in Belgium, everyone's really positive. So I hope this will be a success story for him.
And what was it about Rangers that appealed to Clement? Because it's been well documented over the past 24 hours that he did have offers from the rich Saudi Arabian league. There's been talk of the figure being generated. It will be a lot higher than what he's getting at Rangers in terms of a wage. So what was it about Rangers that appealed to him in terms of, was it the project? Was it the European kind of aspect? What was it?
Yeah, I think it's love for the job. Otherwise, you would have chosen for the money. And of course, it's the first time that he can also, it's big club with I'm told 50,000 fans at home games. So yeah, that's really impressive. In Belgium, we have around 30,000 with Club Brugge. At Monaco, it was only 10,000, so 15,000. Yeah, he really wants to make it a success, this project. It's something new for him. Now there's the impact of the audience. He didn't have that at Monaco, so that will also be something new for him. So yeah, we will see. So I hope the fans will love him. And yeah, when I saw it, he took only one staff member, but that's maybe your next question.
I was going to ask you about Steven van der Hayden. I think
Yes.
What does he bring as well? He obviously was with him. I think was he with him at Club Brugge, and then I don't think he went to Monaco with him. What was
No, he wasn't at the Monaco.
Was there a reason for that, or
no, I don't know yet. So he was playing in Jordani with another Belgian coach, also at India.
Right.
So, but he got sacked last summer. So he was available. So I know they tried to have a staff from Monaco to Rangers, but yeah, due to some circumstances from family, was it really difficult to have the assistants Johan van Rumst and the other one Jonas Ives.
Right.
Because of family issues, they couldn't, because it also wasn't really easy to travel always back to Belgium. I'm told there was only 1 or 2 flights back home from Glasgow to Belgium to Charleroi, so not even Brussels. So and they also tried to have the goalkeeper coach from Monaco. I have to look up his name. De Rover. Frederik de Boever, sorry, the goalkeeping coach. They tried to have him, but yeah, I don't know why the deal collapsed, but they tried. But maybe, yeah, Monaco, of course, they pay really well, so maybe was that the issue? I don't know. Please don't quote me on that or use it as a headline. So, but they tried to have the goalkeeper coach, I'm told, but only Stefan Heider traveled with him. So he was also in the images in the private jet the last couple of days. So.
Final question, Sven. Why should the Rangers fans be excited about Philippe Clement? What will he bring? How much different will he be? Will he bring an attacking sense? Will we be excited about the Belgian coming in?
Yeah, when you can play dominant football, attacking football, you will see a lot of goals, and maybe Serre Dess will rise up. Let us hope, and yeah, I think then the fans will love him. So, but yeah, you have to give him time. He works very hard. I can imagine, eat, sleep, and it's always football, football, football since he was only 6, 7 years old. So I know he has the capabilities of doing it. So and of course, like in football, you get time or you don't get time, and it will be a huge impact on him. So I hope he succeeds. And like I said, it's a winner. He already did it in Belgium. He also did some good jobs at Monaco. So I hope he succeeds.
Sven, thank you very much for your expertise. It's been really appreciated. Thank you very much indeed.
No problem. Thank you.